Okay, now we have...
Now we have the two little babies.
And their names are?
This one's Tiny, and this one's Lucky or Chloe. Not confirmed.
How could she have two names?
Yeah, because this one I wanted to name Tiny, and I wanted to name this one Lucky. Well, this one Lucky. And my sister wanted to name it Chloe, so we said, well, if it's a boy, we can't really name it Chloe, and if it's a girl, if it's a girl, we can name it Chloe, but if it's a boy, we'll name it Lucky.
Oh, so you have to figure out what sex they are.
Yeah.
Okay, they're off camera now. So, now how would you compare having chinchillas as pets compared to lizards, compared to dogs, compared to gerbils, compared to... What's so special about chinchillas?
Dogs, you cannot compare them to, in my opinion. So that, I think, is unfair. I love dogs. I love dogs a lot. Here, can I put them on the pillow so then you can see? There you go. Where are you going? Okay. Dogs, I really think that they're kind of a little bit below, in my opinion. I mean, that's just because I can't get enough of dogs. But I'm saying that chinchillas are probably the next best thing, or they're just about equal. But compared to having, like, a lizard...
Right.
Well, I mean, they kind of almost have, they each have, personalities instead of... Where are you going? And these guys are mental, so they're very tiny. But they have personalities instead of, just, sitting there, and they're born with their fur, so they're not really... Compared to having a hamster, because my sister had two little hamsters, and two turned into 22. But chinchillas are... Oh my god. Chinchillas are born with their fur instead of hamsters when they're born all pink. Lizards, well, we haven't really had any babies with lizards. No, we did. Sorry. Yeah. Our two lizards laid an egg, and one lived, but then that one died. But compared to all of those, I think the experience of having little baby chinchillas was more oh wait, well, we had a puppy, but our dog didn't have another dog. We just bought a puppy. But I think, well, chinchillas really can, they feel very alive and human-like, kind of, except for the fact that they're really good at gymnastics and stuff. But I think dogs and chinchillas are pretty cool.
Well, do you think it's time that we put the babies back in the cage?
You're asking me questions.
Oh, okay. Well, Well, now one looks like the father and one looks like the mother.
Coco, Charlie. Can you see them?
Yeah.
Okay. See, this one we're giving away too, but we have a home for it.
Who has the
ticket to go away?
Yeah.
This one, because this one was a part of the crime of almost setting our house on fire.
Yes.
It was the accessory to the crime. Yeah, it was kind of sitting there with its mom. But this one, because the cage door was open, and this one was just sitting in its cage, so I put it with its daddy, and the daddy took care of it.
That's good.
And they snuggle, and then he likes it.
And how does it feel? I mean, not to change the subject, but now that you've graduated from 4th grade and you're going into 5th grade, do you feel any difference as to the responsibility with the pets, or is it the same?
Well, I think... You mean for the... Well, really, I think the responsibility, it doesn't matter what grade I was in. I wasn't as responsible until they had the babies, because now, I'm considered a chinchilla breeder.
You're a chinchilla breeder?
You're considered, if your dog has a puppy, you're considered a puppy breeder.
Oh.
So, technically, I mean, that...
So is that will go on your college application and will say,
no.
Isabella Hadcock?
Chinchilla breeder.
What do you think will be on your college application?
But chinchillas are kind of almost, they're allowed to be household pets because there's enough, but they used to be severely endangered due to hunting and stuff, because there's 120 of the big guys on their coat, for a coat. And so I think it's kind of almost good in a way, because that means there's 2 more, so that means that they can't really get extinct, but I think that if you're really irresponsible and stuff, that it's not really good because you're just going to kill them, and that's really not good. Where are you going? Guys, okay,
And
out there.
I'm starting to ask another question. I forgot what the question was.
You're talking about responsible.
Well, yeah, but you don't feel any difference between being an official graduate of lower school, about to go into middle school, and
The responsibility didn't really change.
doesn't change, okay.
You're technically responsible for these guys.
Well,
so.
can you give any scientific explanation why one looks like the mom and one looks like the dad?
I think it's probably I have no idea. It just kind of worked out. I think it's if you breed, because this is called the standard kind, and this one's called albino or beige, even though they're not really beige. So if you have one standard and one albino chinchilla together, and there's twins, that's going to mean that one's going to look like the other. But if it was only one baby, one would probably have spots.
Okay.
That's kind of how it works.
All right. Well, can you think of any other questions that we should ask or you'd like to talk about?
But if you have any questions, for people that see this, please feel free to ask, and me and the babies will be sure to answer.
Well, thank you. Can you bring them both up for a close-up?
They are so naughty. Ta-da!
Oh, it's so cute. Okay, I think it's time to bring them back. Okay, signing off.
Signing off.
Okay.